Are you with us? Ladies, gentlemen, people of all ages, are you with us? Welcome in. You are finally watching Hypocritic GG here on Twitch and YouTube. I'm Lou, some call me Cheat Speak, and boy, we have a barn burner for you tonight. We are live from the LANFest Charity Stream Zone right here at PAX West 2025, and we are so excited to bring you some fantastic Mario Kart World gameplay here tonight, and all for a good cause, because we are once again raising money for Child's Play here at the charity stream. We're going to be with you in just a second. Just a second. Who's ready for some Kart? I think it's high time that we finally give you some Mario Kart. Nice to see you. Welcome on in, everybody. Hopefully everything is working and looking good and sounding good for you. We're excited to be here once again at LANFest here at PAX West 2025 for the charity stream zone and to raise money for Child's Play, a long-running charity here in the United States that brings games and therapeutic materials to kids in pediatric care all over the country and all over the world. A fantastic charity and a fantastic service that they provide for kids of all ages, no matter where you are, no matter what you have access to. So that's what we're raising money here for tonight. You'll see the donation counter right to my left. That will keep track of everything that comes on in tonight. Every little bit helps. You obviously under no pressure to donate whatsoever, but everything you can be willing to contribute tonight does help massively. bit.ly/HippoPaxWest, HYPO. PAX West is going to be the way you do that. Or doubledoorknob.com. Our friends Justin and Teresa made sure that you have all the easy breezy, beautiful cover girl ways to do this that you could possibly ask for, and that's the dream come true. Of course, because we are absolutely insane, we ported everything over tonight, everything that we usually do, and that includes our dice rolls. So actually, this is a brand new set of dice that we have never seen on stream before, because I bought them right here at PAX East. And we're using some fantastic new equipment to make that just absolutely gorgeous for you. So we're going to kick things off, and Sari's already coming in with a d20, so we're going to make use of the investments here. One roll at a time, and to kick things off, we've got a 16, which is going to be story time. So we have our trusty d10 of choice, and that's going to be 70 seconds. So for 70 seconds, Sari is going to cue us up with a specific story that we're going to have to tell, whatever the non-super sensitive topic is going to be on that one. We will go ahead and do it, and we're going to have another d20 come in from Full Metal right here. 70 seconds about Stinky Pete. I can absolutely do that. And we've got a 5 from Full Metal. That's going to be Funny Face. So we'll give you a funny face once I get back to a face cam here, and happy to do that. 70 seconds about Stinky Pete. I can make that happen. That's gonna be fun. Okay. Well, let's get back to the gameplay here. So there is a caveat that we're gonna have to lead with before we get into this proper. I am not gonna be able to play online. Unfortunately, the circumstances of the environment that we're in have just made that untenable tonight, and that is partially why we are running so far behind schedule. So I know we had advertised this starting at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern time, and we're a little behind, so apologies for that. But here we are, and we're excited to be here and have everyone present and doing all of this stuff. That is what it's all about. So I'm gonna pull up a timer on my phone here so that I can clock myself about Stinky Pete. So what I figured we would do is, since I'm competing in the Mario Kart World Tournament tomorrow anyway, what we're probably going to wind up doing is just practicing some of the tracks that we're looking to do anyway. I hope that the game sounds okay, because fun fact, I can't hear it either. So that's all very good. So we can do some time trials, we can do some versus races, we can queue up whatever we want. You can make suggestions, donations and all sorts of dice rolls can dictate what we're going to end up doing. You can, sabotage me in all these ways. Maybe to give it a little more juice, we do a little Grand Prix here and there. You tell me, but we're going to figure this out as we go. A 70-second timer to talk about Stinky Pete as we set up a versus race here. So I'm going to go in with the characters I would normally use. We got Baby Rosalina stacked up here. Took us a long time to kind of find the right zest and characters to make this feel a little more like Mario Kart 8, because that's what we were looking for in the first place. That's all I've ever wanted, and here we are now. So we have just pick of the litter here, and we're just going to go ahead and probably keep it low-key and practice some of these tracks here tonight. I know maybe you wanted some very angry, industrious action here of screaming at the folks like we usually do, but alas. We still need 70 seconds about Stinky Pete. Do I have controller drift as well? This is going to be fun. Oh, we don't even have to worry about that. We can take the whole thing in sequence here. We're going to do our own tour of Mario Kart Tour. How about that? We're going to have so much fun here this evening. It is. It's just drifting on. Oh, this is going to be a real good time, I can tell you. Let's do 70 seconds about Stinky Pete before we get started. Stinky Pete is so stinky. How did he get to this situation in the first place? It's a tale as old as time, perhaps. But Stinky Pete was born with a bit of a storm cloud hanging over his head, both figuratively and literally, because his parents signed a pact for him when he was just a wee newborn bebe, rocking in the hospital, in the little incubator chamber, whatever it was. He could only bathe via rain cloud. So if he's not standing out in the rain, if he's not getting washed over by a hurricane, problem, can't go bathroom, can't go to the shower, can't go get unstinky, and no access to shampoo or body washes of any type if you're standing out in the rain doing kind of a dance and hoping that everything works out for you. So Stinky Pete is real stinky because he is currently 77 years old as well. He's never touched a shower. He probably has never even seen a bathtub. I'm sure his home doesn't have any bathrooms themselves. If you're making that kind of pact for your kids, the thinking is probably going to be that oopsie poopsie, you're going to smell like poopsie. And unfortunate but true, but those are the times we're living in, and that is time. 70 seconds on Stinky Pete. You are so welcome. Not even a sponge bath, Xerox. No. And that is unfortunate but true. All right, so we're going to take this from the very top and begin with Mario Bros. Circuit. And again, we're just gonna take this one track at a time. Consider this training for the tournament tomorrow. And again, we're going to have those links posted throughout the night for those, if you are so inclined to donate, if you are able to. We are absolutely privileged to be in this position to even ask for such a thing, and we will happily take it for you. How's that audio level? Making sure that it's all good for you. We're having ourselves at PAX West as well. Don't you worry about that. We'll be talking about everything that's been going on at the show, everything that we've covered so far, everything that's yet to come. We're going to have triple greens. That's really nice. How many racers did I put in this? 24? It's going to be a bit more chaotic than I think most of what I'm going to see in the tournaments tomorrow would even come close to being. So it goes, so it goes. Chucky's fallen on hard times. He sure does need your help. It's true. Are we talking Chucky Finster? Or are we talking the Chucky? That was not good. And of course, front running, you get amazing items like the feather, but that actually demonstrates its usefulness a little bit. So maybe that's not the best example. Where are we here? Left 2. So what I think we can... Oh, yeah. The ruination begins. What I'm going to do is just pop that and... Oh! Even offline against bots. Everyone is a meanie. That is unreal. What are the odds? I go for that shortcut. I can finally take it. I have the shrooms. I have the keys. I have the power. I know what to do. That's not advantageous. That does not help keep the lines sharp. Baby Rosalina. We just rained hell down upon him, and it did not matter. Get out of my mansion. Boom. There you have it. Chucky from Child's Play. It's a joke based on the charity we're raising for. How about that? That's tactical, Marines. Let's go to Crown City next. Just Crown City. We're just gonna run. Let's see if I can remember all of them in order. First of all, that would be the killer. But so it goes. How are we all feeling tonight? Nice to see you all here. Joining us at what is probably pretty late, or we're getting pretty late on the East Coast for all of our folks back home. We are not that, because we are, of course, in beautiful Seattle, Washington at PAX West 2025 at the LANFest Charity Stream Zone. This may look familiar as we did participate with their great indulgence at PAX East and raised quite a bit of money, if I'm going to brag about it, which I'd happily do. For Child's Play, so we're eager to do that again. This is why we practice the courses before we do it live in the tournament. You got to get a feel for it, and honestly, I don't have a great grip on these layouts anyway, so maybe this is something that should have been done, honestly, probably before the tournament. If we were going to make a legitimate run of this, we probably needed a little more time, but here we are. And so, see, we're going to have our friend come by right here. Here he is. And you just feel the pain. You get used to the pain. You pop your single coin, because that's all you ever get. And you get hit by a green shell that's probably been chasing us since Section 1, if we're going to be honest about it. So it goes. What kind of city allows for this level of cart-based chaos? Oh, dude, that'd be really helpful if I could hear the game. Probably know where that red shell was in proximity to me. Classic Mario Kart, of course. The only thing that matters. Oh. Hit me anyway. No, we're not done. I thought that was Section 3. I've been playing the intermissions too much. And alas, and I don't know that that's actually super helpful. Alas, alas, alas. We are, of course, dedicated to and probably a little too well versed in kart tournaments at PAX. We've all seen it. We all know about it. We have a rich prestige, of course. And part of the appeal there is now we get to go at it, understand a new kind of meta, understand a new framework for racing in a kart we've never played in a competitive context before. So tomorrow, if we do get into the world, because you got to get up early, you got to sign up, you got to do all these things. We will see how it goes, because that will be my first time playing this game in a competitive context. And you know me in this game. We certainly have some thoughts on it. So we got a d20 coming in from Xerox, and first place, Ford is here. Moments before disaster. You are right about that, Ford. We are certainly facing disaster. I never did the funny face for Full Metal either. Well, here you go, just for you. It's my Jim Carrey, like, beautiful. That's how that goes. 2 D20s. We're going to stack them. All right, let's head on over to the dice cam. Look at this beautiful dice cam. This is a DJI Osmo 3 we're using, courtesy of Bologna and Sari, of course. That's a 17. That is a 17, which is going to be draw something. I can't draw something. I might have to do it in free form on my phone. That's what I think we're going to have to do, if I can do so. I can draw, so we're going to go with that. Yeah, you better hold me to it. And so how many seconds will I have? The key here is we, of course, have to roll it to see how much time we're going to have. 30 seconds to draw some PAX graffiti. Is that what we want here? Xerox is filling in for Full Metal on that choice. That's possible. All right, so we'll have 30 seconds to draw some PAX graffiti, and we will show it on our phone. How many rolls did I have here? So that was Xerox's. Okay, that was Xerox's. That was not Full Metal's. This is Full Metal's roll. That's a 9. probably a little out of focus. That is a 9. Change shirt. You can tell that I didn't completely massage these choices because I don't have a shirt to change into, and that's probably not the best idea in a public setting here. So let's re-roll it for you, Full Metal. That is some dabs. That I can absolutely do. So we'll give it 1d6 dabs, and that's 5 dabs. So we will happily take that. So I will make a note of that. And then we have Pie Master's here. Hello, Pie Master. It is nice to see you again. This is your d20 roll. First one of the night for you. No, of course you would. That's how this is going to go. We are banished to the bad place. So we need the dun-dun-dun. Switching over there. The bad place now makes our rolls so much worse for me. Because it's either more embarrassing or more intense or both. You can see now that we have everything from Godzilla time, which I will have to do in a public context, so someone's going to have to roll a 14. We've got so many dabs. We've got pick a side for things. Face down nap time, which I can try to do, even though the webcam's not super movable here. Extended fart noise for however many seconds you roll it for. This is going to hurt. All right, so I see Fort's coming in with one before we get anywhere here. And let me make sure, by the way, just so, again, we're all on the same page here, you can, if you are so inclined and you're able to, you can donate to our LANFest Charity Stream Zone collection here for Child's Play at bit.ly/HippoPaxWest, HYPO Pax West, or doubledoorknob.com. We have so many ways to make this really easy for you to donate and give to what is a phenomenal resource for kids in pediatric care all over the country and all over the world. So that is great. So first of all, we have 5 dabs that we got to do, and we have a nice wide lens this time, so we get all of it. We got 1 dab, we got 2 dabs, we got 3 dabs, we got 4 dabs, we got 5 dabs. I'm sure I look insane, and this is just the beginning, so that's great. And now 30 seconds on the clock to draw some PAX graffiti, which I will have to do again on my phone and just sort of hold up to the camera real smooth. Gritty is only an option in the not bad place for it. So we got it. If you want to get back to the gritty, or you have a couple options. So if you go on that donation page, you will see a $5 donation for physical activity. So if you choose that one, you can force me to do the gritty by donating $5, and that is certainly an option if you're so inclined. So give it a thought. That is one potential way you can do it. Some of our other incentives are also present where you can donate in increments of, let's say, $20, $50, $100, something like that. If you're super insanely generous, and you will get half of that money back in your choice of a Steam game up to half that amount. So for example, if you donate $50, you will get up to $25 worth of Steam games courtesy of us as a way to support this amazing stream. Is the donation ticker not working? Oh, that's entirely possible. Everything it has been a challenge to get everything up and moving here. So let's see. It is entirely possible that that's not working. So if there were donations going, I may not have seen them. So if you'll give me just a brief moment here to find that. Let's make sure that was one thing that we weren't able to test ahead of time, unfortunately. So that might be. I have no idea what the game is playing in terms of audio, but I'm sure it's looping phenomenally well. Oh my God! So we are well on our way here, and I didn't even realize that we were so far into this. Oh my Lord. So let's oh my God. So this, I'm gonna have to get on bended knee here and thank quite a couple of folks. So if you'll give me a moment, I will try to figure out how to get this back up on camera here, because that's pretty wild. So if you'll give me a second to get that up and running here, that is worth talking about, and that is worth discussing with some of these donations. So we'll be right back. You are watching Hypocritic GG, streaming live on Twitch and YouTube. I'm Lou, I'm Cheatspeak here at the LANFest Charity Stream Zone, playing Mario Kart World and raising money for Child's Play. Give us a moment and we will get this all up on camera for you and discuss. Don't go anywhere. God, what have you done? What have you done? I'm asking legitimately, what have you done? Because I need to show you all something very important as we rejoin the stream here. You see that fun stuff to the left of me? Is that readable? I hope that's readable. Maybe we can make it a little more readable for you because you need to see it. We're already past our goal for the evening. Now, this is insane. Can we make it a little more? That helps. Oh my God. All right. So hopefully that doesn't interfere with gameplay too much. Holy hell. We weren't even tracking this the whole time. Now it's up on screen and on stream. We are already there. I gotta tell you, we have some serious thanking to do here. So let me go in here. We have 4 donations so far for a total of $250.69. Are you serious? To call them out explicitly, we had Teresa donating for $25. Thank you for that. We had the Doe Zone, whoever that Doe Zone is, commenting and sending in $52.24. So thank you for that. Oh my God. Vinny2142. Vinny's here. My pal's back, and you are here with a $50 donation. Thank you so much for that. And Full Metal, Jesus. And even Crawl Up the Keyboard, $123.45, which you can see in the top donor page there. That is the biggest single donation we've ever received for anything here on the channel, period. And again, all of that is going directly to Child's Play to help. I gotta like take a second. That is insanely humbling. And again, that is going to kids who are, in need of serious pediatric care and distractions while they're going through, really challenging health situations. Having kind of had that sort of thing in my own background and childhood, that is so meaningful and can make all the difference in a kid's life and in someone's life growing up. I was first introduced through video games through programs like this, if you can believe it. Just to sort of give a little background and to peel the onion back a bit as a massive thank you. When I was 5 years old or so, I was diagnosed with bronchitis and a couple of other things that kept me in the hospital for days on end. And as you can imagine, a bright, sprightly 5-year-old is not going to have so much fun laying alone in a hospital bed. Obviously, my mom was there. I was at the hospital where she worked. But at the time, you may remember, if you're a kid of a certain age, at school, they would wheel in that big CRT TV on the cart, like strapped to the cart, right? And they would, put on a laser disc, or they would throw a VHS or a DVD on TV, and you would just watch it. They wheeled that into my hospital room, but instead of a laser disc with some crappy educational stuff, it was a Nintendo 64 with Super Mario 64. That was the very first video game that I ever played in my life. I was so unbelievably blown away by what I was looking at. I played until the IVs fell out of my hands multiple times, and the nurses had to take it away because I was actively not getting the medicine that I needed. And it completely changed the course of my life. Not only did it offer such an amazing distraction while I was laid up in the hospital for so much time, I discovered video games as one of the primary, loves and passions and hobbies of my life, which has now led to all, things like this across time. And we're here almost 30 years later, still doing these things and still loving the medium and the industry for everything that it is. So we are already there. And that money is going to go straight to kids who may have similar experiences and may ultimately have their lives completely changed by it. And they're not even knowing, they're not even going to expect it. So my God, thank you so much to each and every one of you who have donated. We're already past that goal, and we are flying high, folks. So again, if you want to contribute to this, by all means, just because we're over the goal doesn't mean that aren't other ways you can help out. So please consider doing so if you're so inclined. But again, thank you to each and every one of you who have donated so far, because that is making all the difference here. I do still have to do the 30-second drawing, but I got distracted by the donation counter, and rightfully so, I think. So we're going to move on to Whistle Stop Summit here, and then we'll do the 30 seconds of PAX Graffiti to keep it moving. And I'm not paying attention to it at all. There are so many insane tricks and so much ridiculous stuff that you can do on Whistle Stop Summit. It is one of the best and most elaborate tracks. I'm gonna get destroyed at this tournament tomorrow. I don't know why I'm doing this. We're going to be in a lot of trouble, folks. That's not a wait. See, this is why I don't know this. I don't know this at all. What are we doing? I'm just making it harder for myself on purpose. That's all we're doing. I can bump them off. Now I'm a lightweight character. I don't see myself doing too much of that. But one nice thing, though, about not playing online, my items are actually going to connect with the people that I throw them at, which is not something that happens in online play in any capacity. So we'll take what we can get. Shells on the rails. Watch yourselves. We got a shroom. We're good. We got shells. Pop that here. We're gonna leave a little present on the rails because I'm a nice man. Going off-roading, but we're a light cart. We got smushed anyway. It is all of that fishtailing that happens too. We're just working our way back. I'm not even trying shortcuts at this point. I'm just trying to redeem myself. We knocked them clear out of here. More coins. I was basically running out of coins. Look at this. I'm going in. Now there's a big shortcut you can take up on the billboards on the side there. I think I'm going to try the feather right here. Again, not super helpful for staying inside, but we got it by a margin and a half. Look at that. Good to go. Big thirst after that one. Hard fought. Baby Rosalina. All day. All day, every day. And look at that. So where do we go from here? You guys want to pick a track? Tell me one that looks cool. Top left. Bowser's Castle? We're doing it. What's that? VRs? Oh, viewers. We are at about 7 right now. They've been coming in and out. Yeah. And we're going for another hour or two, so we got a lot of time. Yeah. By all means. As long as it's looking good on that monitor, we are going to Bowser's Castle. What's that? This is the new one. Yep, switch to Mario Kart World. We are going to Bowser's Castle by live viewer request with folks here joining us in person, which is awesome. And away we go. Lock in. Bonked already. The great thing about a light character, of course, which is part of why we had to rethink the whole strategy coming from Abe, was get him on the, yeah, get out of here. Tunnels and air ramps like that are so fun for knocking people down. And now this, of course, is insane, because this is all a speed boost, too. For transparency. That is terrifying. We mushroom, oh no. We mushroom off of that. We're fine. We're fine. Who was worried about it? Were you? I wasn't worried. Zoom. Oh, we're going to... Oh, look at that feather. Oh, my God. Talk about airtime. Here's our buddy. We're all good. We don't even... Who cares? Clipped him, too. That was devastating. No items for us. As a light cart, you do get used to... When you're getting whacked by so many items in a 24-person race, you have the ability to get back on track so quickly with a light character. Their acceleration is great. You got to take advantage of it, and that is the key. I am ignoring a lot of chat. I saw a couple of messages. I have no idea what they're talking about, but we'll get there. It is not even in my periphery in this setup, so I have to very intentionally go with the chat. So we'll see what we've got here. Let's see. Go. Can we catch him? We get his coins though. And look how fast we recovered from the lightning. We were so fast off of that shot, we overtook him. Now he wasn't that far ahead, but overtaking him at all is a big deal. So we're up to the crazy part. And now having the better drift ability of the lighter characters too, where you can take those tighter turns, makes a ton of difference here, because with a heavier character, you're probably not making it. You get a defensive item for once, you whack someone with that banana, and barring any surprises, we have asserted ourselves once again. And there we are. Bam! Where are we here? Thanks for watching. All right, some kids dropped by the station here to say hi. If you are at PAX West and do want to pop over and say hi, we are at the LANFest charity stream zone in the summit building of the Seattle Convention Center, level 0. So you're more than willing to do that. So we've got. Oh, so the counter really is misbehaving, isn't it? So we have to refresh some stuff. I'm gonna have to manually refresh it, looks like, every now and again. Technical difficulties I could talk to you about tonight. It is nothing that has been on LANFest, and they have been fantastic. And all of our sponsors, we have LANFest, Zotac, Turtle Beach, Antian, Audio, so many fantastic people coming together to donate all of the equipment and all of the signage that you see and don't see to make all of this happen. It is a really elaborate and fancy setup. If you are here at the show, you should definitely come by the LANFest booth on Summit Level 0 at some point to check it all out. We're going to refresh the current page. What the fuck? What are you all doing? What have you done? Oh, what have you done? I'm going to sing that every time something like blows us away here. What is this? What are these numbers? How? Who's done this? Hold on, I got to go look at this. We've got some more. Okay, we got to have a chat. We got to have a talk. This is a serious discussion. I'm gonna melt into the floor, I think, here. We've got 3 additional donations since I last refreshed that, so I will have to manually trigger that every now and again. Xerox 13 Stress with a $20 donation, and thank you so much for that. We're gonna owe you some Steam games, I'm sure. Miss Nephroptosis is here and watching, even though it is like midnight back home on the East Coast. Thank you. Nice to see you, and that's a $20 donation from her. Thank you so much. I owe you a Steam game too, and I think I know what I'm getting you, but you have to tell me that's true. Pie Master coming in again with a record setter here, I think. If you may recall, Pie Master brought us over the threshold and then some at our stream in May, and got a whole bunch of Steam games to account for that. And now I actually need a second, because that's a $125 donation, which is the single largest donation we've ever received, again, for anything like that. And it is that's really something. Pie Master has been incredibly generous with this over the past couple of streams, and what a difference that will make. I mean, I'm gonna. The voice gets lower. We get a little serious about it, but that is. It's really hard to overstate or properly convey how much of a difference that amount of money can make in these charities' hands, with all the resources and the networks that they have access to. This is genuinely, it may not maybe feel like it at times, but this is, in the discussions that I've had and my understanding of how a lot of these work, that is genuinely potentially life-changing money for some of these kids. And having this sort of donation combined with everything else that LANFest has raised so far, I know through day one they were over $2,000 of donations which is fantastic. Going to all different charities, not just Child's Play. A lot of it goes through LANFest themselves, but I will struggle to find the words to properly articulate our thanks. I'm sure on behalf of Child's Play and LANFest and everyone else who will be using these funds, their thanks and their gratitude as well for how amazing this is going to be for the kids that are going to see something so positive as a result here. So thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for every penny of it. No matter how much you've donated tonight, if you have chosen to do so, every cent of it helps. And I want to underline that and stress it. Every cent of it helps. And this lump sum is going to be something really special. So as we continue here tonight, and we should be going for at least another hour or so, hopefully a little bit longer. Wow. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh man, let's, and as we continue, we have a donation from Mary Jane Fonda for $5. That is awesome too. Thank you so much for that. I did not see, I assume that's a physical activity redemption, although I can't see the amount. And well, now let's think about this too, because if I refresh that brings us to $420.69. I'm gonna get closer to the camera for that one. We're at $420.69. This is sponsored by companies. You know that? You realize what's going on here? Yeah? Okay. So you know. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. Here we are. Oh man. I'm gonna catch up on some chat here quick, and then I might have missed a couple of dice rolls as well, but we'll get to those as well here. Honestly, after a lot of those donations, you can just go ham, and we'll just roll a ton of them to wrap this, to keep it going here. I have to have you whipping Nene. Get those d20s going. Honestly, that's the way. So I think I owe Fort Shadow one. I still didn't do the drawing because I got so consumed by the incredible donations here. That is just wild. We fixed the donation ticker. You're going to surpass it in a sec. That's what I missed. Wow. TV Kart better than Mario Kart. You got that right. Lou's showing his age because for me they brought a GameCube into the hospital. I sprouted 3 more gray hairs as you said that, so that's wonderful. Stretch goal 400. I just donated. We passed 400 now. Get 17th. Eyeing up the donation counter. We've got another D20, so I'll roll 2 more. Jesus, bro. My pal's license needs to be revoked. The story sold me. What can I say? The stream donation, the top gun. I will have to refresh them manually as we go, but we'll get there. Stretch goals 500. If we okay, stretch goal $500. I was barely entertaining 200. To be honest with you, I had no idea how this was going to go. He's going to lose it in the best way, and we absolutely did. Doing a pop-up stream is always tough. Totally understand. Now, to give a little context here too, LANFest provides everything you need to do to just basically sit down and go. They have an entire OBS package of scenes and technologies. Everything is here. All the equipment is here. You can preload games with them ahead of time because we, have had this in the works for months. But typically what I do is, and what we do for Hypocritic here, is make it our usual thing, right? So it's all our usual graphics, it's all our usual presentation elements, and all of our usual games that we play, since everyone loves to see Mario Kart in action, right? So that does entail a lot more legwork for us to get that all set up, right? But we got there eventually, even though we were pretty delayed off the draw here, and here we are anyway. So again, just want to make a big shout out and a thank you to LANFest, Zotac, Turtle Beach, Antian Audio, and everyone else who has made this night possible, and this entire weekend, because it's not just myself. We have other fantastic creators to my left and to my right streaming. We got Peak. We got, I think, some audio production going to my right as well, which is super cool. So lots of cool stuff happening throughout the LANFest sphere. So again, if you're at the show, the Summit Convention Center, level 0, farther away from those escalators where you enter, is where all this happens. Anyway, let's refresh again just in case, because now I don't trust it. And what else are we saying? That's a good bit of games, pals. Make the goal 500. Everyone's like, refresh, funny number, go Burr. Yes, that was all exactly right. Funny number. Let's get to third place on the amount raised leaderboard. We gotta beat $500. Can we do it? I didn't even expect anywhere close to this. So we have blown. I'm gonna get emotional if you're not careful here. Do you really want that? We'll see. All right, I have a few d20s to roll, but first we're going to do that 30 seconds of drawing. So let's do that first. I don't have a. Can I do a timer while I'm kind of? Okay, so I'm gonna. This may be a little sloppy, but we're gonna give it a try. We're gonna load up freeform. We have to do PAX Graffiti. Xerox did this like an hour ago. We got to get them rolling on it. So we're gonna do some PAX Graffiti for 30 seconds, starting now. Boom. Look at that going here. This is going to be so good. I promise you. We got 3, 2, 1. Time. It's not good. This is the graffiti. That's PAX. There's lines. There's some texture to it. I tried my best. That's we'll save that for posterity, and we'll put that up on the Discord if you're so inclined. !Discord gets you in there, by the way, if you're not on there. We have some new rolls to do, so we're gonna do them. Let's head over to the dice cam. We're technically in the bad place, so let's get over to the bad place. Look at that glorious dice cam. Thanks, Sari. Thanks, Baloney. And here we go. So the first one, I believe, was Fort Shadows. So Fort, if you're still here, apologies that it took me this long to get to you. Let's do this one, and that's a 5, so that's gonna be an unfunny face. That's going to require some creativity on my end, but we will make it happen. Who was next? Who did I have? So Full Metal's the last one. Where was the next one? Xerox had one. We have 4 queued up, actually. So we had Forts. So now we have Full Metal. We have Xerox. We have Full Metal. Is that right? Yes. So go Fort, Xerox, Fort. I'm going to do the unfunny face first. Before we get any farther with that, unfunny face might be... Is that unfunny? I don't know. That's... Could you have used the dice cam to show you drawing? I could have. I could have done that, Pie Master. That's a really good idea, actually. Why didn't I think of that? Because if I'm right here... Yeah, that would have been fine. Good call. If someone hits that again, that's a 17. So if we hit a 17, anything I can act out on this camera here, I will. All right, for Full Metal's first drawing here, we've got, or the first dice roll, that's a 6. Get uncomfortable. All right, well, here's what we're gonna do. And how we're gonna do that, just so you can see it visually. I'm gonna squat. I'm doing squats. So here, the chair. I'm out of the chair. Can you see the chair? There's the chair. It's over there. We're uncomfortable. We're crouching and we're squatting. So there you go. That's for you. This next one's for Xerox. Let's head back to the dice cam. This looks better than our normal dice cam, and we're on the road here, so that is pretty crazy. We're squatting like crazy. Here goes Xerox's roll. That's a 14. Of course, you would get Godzilla time. That's awesome. All right, so we'll do that after Full Metal's. I can't. Do I really have to be Godzilla? There are so many people down here. This is nuts. All right, you can't see it, but I could maybe show you with the dice cam after a little bit. Full Metal's second one is a 3. That's a yoga pose for 90 seconds? A 90-second yoga pose? We're not going to play any Mario Kart tonight because all of these redemptions are just going to have me doing ridiculous stuff. All right, so there's that. And then Pie Master has a roll. You could basically... Oh, God. Godzilla yoga pose. I'll combine the two. I'll happily do that. 16... Story time. Okay, so We're gonna have 90 seconds of a Godzilla yoga pose where I have to make the noises, and we're gonna have 60 seconds of story time. Pie Master, you just give us a prompt, you give us a topic, and we are gonna talk for 60 seconds about it right off the top of our heads. So I gotta do. I really hope there's some reasonable music playing in the background here, because I'm gonna quit out of versus race just for a hot second here, because we have to do the Godzilla yoga pose, and we're gonna give it some different music in the background, hopefully. And I hope it's something really calm and chill. All right, so you can't really see it. Maybe what I could do, if you'll indulge me here, I have an idea. Bear with me. I have a ridiculous, stupid idea, but I think it's gonna work. It is. It is gonna work. Hold on. Hold on. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Kind of breaking the rules, maybe. We're gonna do it on the dice cam. So, all right. There's no explanation of this. No one's really gonna know what I'm doing, but I'm gonna have a 90-second timer of a Godzilla yoga pose just for you. 1 minute, 30 seconds in. What do we think? Like some kind of like, or just do this for 90 seconds? Do I have to switch? I guess we'll do it. Time starts. Oh, stretch the Godzilla claws. I'm like half just Schwarzeneggering this, and half it's Godzilla. I still have 30 seconds. Give me. Please help me. Everyone's so confused. I'll explain later, I promise. Don't kick me out of here. Why did you roll 90 seconds for this? I can't explain. Three, two, one, time. I will never forgive you for that one. Just so we're on the same page here. Back down to the dice cam, please. Never make me do that again. That was a viewer request for Godzilla time.
Godzilla time?
Godzilla time. And that's how that went. 90 seconds worth. It was two separate dice rolls. It was Godzilla time and a yoga pose. So I had to kind of Godzilla yoga pose. Thank you. I will take that happily. But that's the explanation. It's only slightly insane. Thank you. Our friend next to us doing the music production was very concerned about what was happening here, so I had to make sure that everyone knew that we were not completely nuts. So here we are. Let's see. I'm going to catch up on chat here too while I maybe reload the versus race. Oh man, Godzilla. Yeah, we did all that. You got a Godzilla. I said I was thirsty and Justin tried to give me a Red Bull. That is how one quenches thirst. Red Bull gives you wings. So does Sari. Let's go back in and maybe actually do another track here, because we are supposed to be playing Mario Kart. And here we are. I'm glad everyone enjoyed that. It is after 9 p.m. It is. Lou learned how long a minute and a half is today. I will never live that down. I'm pretty sure. It is very, so I mean, this is all happening in the Summit building, which I think is open until midnight, so there are there's probably a couple hundred people down here at least in reasonable view of the stream center. And that is just, if they didn't know us before, they're gonna know us now. Let's say that. It always does feel so endless. Poor pal, gotta explain. I did have to explain. So you're saying that is an ADHD person's nightcap. There you go. It usually doesn't feel so endless. Did I roll something else? 60 seconds on the best meal I ever had in detail. Okay, I can do that. Additional donations there for, again, Child's Play, a long-standing charity that donates games and digital therapeutics to kids in pediatric care all over the country and all over the world. Fantastic cause. Let's do 60 seconds while we're driving on DK Spaceport on the best meal that I've ever had in detail. Don't forget to refresh the donation counter. Thank you for that call out, because I'm absolutely going to forget. So please remind me every now and again that I do need to do that. Do it after this race. 60 seconds on the best meal I ever had in detail, starting now. This is going to sound a little bougie, but the first time I went to the really high-end Japanese restaurant Nobu, they obviously offer like sashimi and individual pieces of fish. And one thing that was on the menu that I'd always wanted to try in my life and never had was sea urchin. And I don't know why it had been such an interest for me, but it just seemed like a kind of exotic thing to eat. I'd never been to that sort of super high-end place before, so I was like, you know what, let's indulge a little bit, let's give it a try. And I kid you not, the second that I had it and it hit my lips, it was a life-changing experience. I don't know that I've to this day ever had something that surprised me so much or that I enjoyed so much. So I'll get it every now and again at other restaurants I go to when it's a special occasion or something cool is happening. But sea urchin was the greatest thing I've ever eaten, and it was nobody's fault. Time. That is the story of that. That is very metallic, goofy, inky. Look at that. Supposedly, doing this is actually slower than if you just stayed on the ground, and I always get hit by something when that's happening. So again, we're just sort of getting the basics down on a lot of these tracks so that I can go into the tournament tomorrow and not feel like a total fool. And again, all that matters in Mario Kart is your last 15 seconds, but we come out on top there. And that's a good set of practice for Spaceport. It just helps us to earmark the shortcuts as well, which is really, really helpful. All right, let's refresh that donation counter. Again, thank you for that call out. What are we talking about? Oh my God, again. Hold on. Oh no. What have we done? We're refreshing with Full Metal and another $50 donation from Full Metal. That brings them up to, I think that was a total of over $175 for the evening. What is happening? Are you? We had a stretch goal now of what, $501 was what Sari was eyeing up. And I mean, that's in the next 45 minutes or so. That's quite possible. You maniacs. Thank you, Full Metal. I'm going to owe a lot of people a lot of games when this is all said and done. But that is the point. Obviously, those super generous ones, we will extend that redemption beyond that $100 mark that we had kind of earmarked. So we will make that happen for everybody who is participating in this donation off tonight. And I think Vinny came in with another 20 as well, which I may not have called out, but that is absolutely important to do as well. That's the total for 70. Thank you again, Vinny, for that as well. And that's going to be, you're going to have a fair few games coming your way as well. So that is That is super, super cool of you. And again, we appreciate every single penny, all 69 cents of it right now, and the $490 to go with it, because again, it is, the best cause in the world for, people who love or are starting to find a love for this hobby and this industry and these passions, and it, really can change a kid's life and put them on a whole different trajectory as you go. So it is, that is a breathtaking amount. 17th, I have been neglecting Sari's challenge, so we have to try to get 17th on Desert Hills here. So that's going to be a surgical operation, but I think we can get it done. I am nothing if not incredibly precise and dexterous, and if you know me at all, you should be laughing your face off right now, because that is the least true thing I may have ever said in my career saying words. I am incredibly clumsy. I am not coordinated in the slightest. If Miss Nephroptosis is still watching, she will happily confirm that for you, and Peach just got nailed there. I will try to get 17th. That doesn't mean I can't front run the whole race and then give up like right at the finish line. I have so many online races where I naturally come in 17th while I'm trying. I will give me this one. Let me have it. Can't not let me have it. Did I miss any other D20s? I think I got them all. Oh, hey. Thought I had something else queued up here, but maybe not. If I did miss any, let me know and I will happily correct that. Alright, well, this is going to be a little embarrassing because we are inches away from victory, or we will be, and we will be forced to monitor this closely now. So we have to come in 17th, you maniacs. That almost boosted me into it with the coin collection there. Can't believe this. I cannot believe this. 12, 13, 14, 15. There you go. With precision that I could never achieve in real life, we have 17th place. I hope you're proud of yourself. I cannot believe this. I'm going to refresh the donation counter again. And I'm going to show you what you all have done here tonight. I think we have to have a discussion. Pie Master is now up to $225 of donations. We've had like 3 different stretch goals tonight, and we have now blown past all of them in flying colors and in flying fashion. That's $590.69 on the counter tonight. In the hour and change that we've been on the air. Okay, fine. Stinkies. New stretch goal 600. I can't believe I might be buying the entire Steam store for Pie Master at this point. And that is okay, because that is what it's all about. Incentivizing this sort of thing however is necessary and whatever helps people do it. Just having the bandwidth at all to spend that amount of money on this kind of thing is oh my god. I rarely lack the words. In a lot of ways, and in not just this, but my full-time proper adult job, I word for a living in a lot of cases, and I'm struggling with that genuinely as you watch in real time now. That is humbling beyond measurement. And you know, when we did this at East, it was much the same feeling, but now that we are nearly double that which even that blew away, I think, all of our wildest expectations. I don't know. I'm going to have to think of something, you know, super heartfelt and sappy here to properly convey our effuse thanks and praise, because this is so beyond anything I would have ever cooked up. Only nearly double A's. Thank you, Sari, for being the cheerleader of the donation sprees here. Everyone lauding Pie Master. What an absolute mad Pie Master MVP. All these things are true. What an incredible showing. And again, to be that inclined to make that sort of investment and donation through us to something like that is magic, and there's really no other way to put it. So we will be thanking you profusely throughout the night, and thanking everyone candidly who has donated, whether it was $5, $20, $50, triple-digit figures, whatever it is. Every cent of it again helps and goes to kids in troubling and challenging health situations in pediatric care who need these, you know, games and digital therapeutics that Child's Play provides. It is unspeakably kind and thoughtful and generous what each and every one of you have done here tonight so far, and we've still got a fair bit of stream ahead of us here, so let's continue on. I need to continue to practice because I can't get, and it is tax deductible. That is 100% true. Sari with the proper information. Oh, we can get up here. See, that's where we get out of the activity there. Lap 3 in the rain. I'm not able to do any of those kind of like sick tricks or crazy moves just yet. See, I was even going for it there, and that didn't work out at all, did it? But this is why we practice. This is why we give ourselves the opportunity to succeed later, maybe. So I just do this right into that. I like that pattern. I don't know if that's the most optimal necessarily, but it certainly gets us out of the fray. In a competitive context where there's only 3 other racers besides me, maybe not the most helpful thing in the world. And we were ready for the blue shell. It didn't even need to be that time. We were good to go. I literally just said to Xerox, this is tax deductible for us, and then Sari typed in who said it, and I was like, see? You point at it, that's absolutely right. Same wavelength, that is correct. That is absolutely true. I will, like I said, keep refreshing the donation page. I will try to stay on it, just so we have it all. Next. Don't forget the D20s are still active too, all night here. So exclamation point D20 in the chat will make that happen for sure. Let's pick a track here. You want to pick a track?
What's the one at the very bottom? I need the grass.
This one?
That.
Yep. You want that one?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Another live viewer request here. That is what's so fun about it. Where we are down here again in the Summit Convention Center, or the Seattle Convention Center Summit building, floor 0, it is pretty heavily trafficked, even more so than I would say where we were for East. Because this building, stays open until midnight and with the main show floor closed, a lot of people who are still around doing tabletop stuff and hanging out are here, and it's a pretty heavily trafficked area with console tournaments close by. At East, it's more kind of, this was tucked off in the corner, more so near tabletop free play that we know would kind of thin out that East. But it is very active. I don't know how much you can hear in our wonderful microphones brought to you by Antien Audio, but it's very, very active in this part of the convention center, and I kind of really love that because it gives a much more kind of vibrant feel. Now, there was a little bit of traffic in this. It's not like we were off in a dark, sweaty corner, but this is awesome. Like I said, it is a very lively part of the convention center with the console tourneys and everything happening here. A lot of cards free play. We're right outside a Magic the Gathering station as well, I believe. So that is very active. Okay, we just love when the T-Rex comes barreling around. Terrifying. Fun fact, did you know that the way that you trick in these games kind of determines how you're going to take the next turn that you come to? So for example, if I trick off of this to the right, obviously it leads me more to the right, but you can sort of direct your drifts and the momentum of your cart with the direction that you trick. Up, down, left, right, whatever it is. Pro strats for you. Right here on Hippos. Oh, our friend's coming again. I mean, we're just leading the crazy. If it was online, this stream would be a lot easier. I think you can technically feather out of that, but it is probably timing that I cannot get down. Are you able to update the counter that is displayed on stream to match the new stretch goal? That's an interesting point here. New stretch goal is $600. This is nuts. Truly, that is crazy stuff. Let me see if I can. It was kind of coded into what my initial goal was, which was $200. We are at 295% of that original goal, by the way. So that is just, again, humbling beyond measure, and I don't know how I can ever properly convey the thanks here. Let me try to modify this a little bit and see if I can change any of it. Yes, I can. So the goal is updating as we speak. So now if I go in and refresh the stream, yes, you'll see it up top here. $600 is the new stretch goal, you absolute maniacs. So we will refresh that again periodically throughout here, and I'm going to go ahead and just pick another track. How about, let's play some of the ones that I hate. Wario Shipyard. Any of them with water are ones that I really don't love. And any of them that are really water heavy, forget it. So Wario Shipyard, look how they massacred my boy, more or less. Still kind of getting a feel for the water physics in this game, and I know we're multiple months away from release now and all that kind of stuff, but so frustrating. And I still. It's slow, it's unresponsive, it doesn't feel good. Right in that box. It's just so weighty. Another one. Our friend will never let us beat. I'm gonna try. Yeah! No! I don't think that was very helpful. What do you think? Goal updated, chat. Yes, we are there. We are rolling on this. I'm listening to some tournaments and things happening in the background, so I don't know what they're playing back there. But it is loud and people were cheering like crazy. So it might have been the finals of the semis or something. Oh, they got smushed. Alright, how do I want to do this? That's good. Oh, baby, look at that feather. Oh, yeah. Ooh, and then we get up on this guy. Oh, no, we're not. Did that put me backwards after all of that? See, the problem is you spend so much time in the air, you lose speed the longer you're in the air. So, it doesn't behoove you necessarily to take some of these ridiculous air-based shortcuts because you do lose speed and eventually kind of stop in place and fall. kind of got to be careful. Throw some more shells. That'll heard them say, watch out for the ice. See, now I'm just curious. Again, if you are hanging out at the show here and you want to come say hi, we are in the Summit building of the Seattle Convention Center, level 0 at the LANFest charity stream zone here. We already did have some folks stop by. Full Metal and Xerox were here hanging out before we started, and I was kind of getting all the tech set up and making sure that we were good to go. All of the tech, because we really brought in a lot of equipment for this. We have a D20 from Sarah. Yes, keep those D20s coming all night. We are into this, folks. I'm refreshing just in case. And now we have certainly been, it has been generous to date. Let's get back to the, we're technically still in the bad place for the dice cam here. So let's roll on back to that. Everything, we could have that extended fart noise. We could have the temp ban. Is there a place to see all the donations and the leaderboard? Yes, there is. That's a 9. 2 shirts at once. I can't do that because I don't have an extra shirt here, although that would have been the one that I can do. So I'm going to re-roll that for you, Sari. And that is a 6, which is get uncomfortable. Again, I'll do that. I'll squat for you. Here come the squats off the chair. Here we are. Bam. Is there a place to see all the donations and the leaderboard from the other orgs? Yes, there is. So if you, I will drop it in the chat here if you are all so inclined. Click on the event under Lou's face. Yes, that also, yes. It says LANFest Charity Stream Zone, PAX West 2025. I will drop a link in the chat here as well for everybody. If I remember how Windows works. There you go. Sarah's got it. Thank you so much. So you can see so far across the event, I'm just doing my squats. Here we are. LANFest, it looks like, is looking to raise $15,000 across the entire weekend, all 4 days here at PAX West, and we are currently at $4,716, almost 600 of which, I'm almost like way down here, so I gotta be like almost 600 of which is us, which is absolutely bonkers. For what it's worth, we are currently 3rd on the leaderboard of everyone who has streamed so far this weekend, which is kind of crazy. So that is very visible, and for regular, more stats across the whole thing, that's $4,716 across 106 donations and 39 participants in total, which is, again, just so humbling and so crazy to think about. I can't believe it, truly. All right, let's continue on here. Again, maybe we should focus on some of the tracks I don't like, so we can just get a little bit of that goodness going and making sure that we get our practice in. I do think we have to wrap this up around 10 p.m. Pacific, 1 a.m. Eastern. So if you're watching on the East Coast, you are a trooper for staying up with us on your Saturday night. I don't even like the drift on the water. How do you do it? Probably get up on the wall there. Maybe I'll try that next lap. Do like this. Yeah, I missed the fight. Okay. So, if we do want to try to break that $600 barrier here and the 4th stretch goal of the night, you absolute legends, you, each and every one, you. We have probably about 20-25 minutes to do it. So, keep that in mind as we continue on here for the next, again, 20 minutes or so. We actually got that. Okay, so I have to just take that at a slower speed. Get up on it. I'm gonna get smushed at this tournament. So for the record here, there are 2 Mario Kart tournaments tomorrow that I'm hoping to participate in. The first one is Mario Kart World at about 5 p.m. Pacific, I believe, and the other is Mario Kart 8 at 7 or so. So I'm gonna have my hands full. Plenty of kart to go around. We will have all those results in and up-to-the-minute thoughts on how mad I'm getting in our Discord. That's Exclamation Point Discord if you're so inclined to join up there. Throughout all of our coverage here of PAX West 2025, we're giving immediate thoughts, behind-the-scenes candid photos from the show here and more on the Discord, and there will be exclusive content that we're not posting anywhere else for the first time ever in the Discord as well to kind of incentivize all of y'all to get over there. And to give you a little preview of that, we may or may not have hung out with the good folks at Riot earlier and gotten some more Riftbound action in. One of our most anticipated games of the year, and the trading card game we're actually probably most hyped for. Coming out in the US and English-speaking countries Halloween, October 31st. And we will probably have some exclusive content from Riot and from us on Riftbound in our Discord. So again, Exclamation Point Discord, which Sari just posted. Thank you for that. If you're interested, that is gonna happen. So possibly as early as tomorrow, maybe a day or two. We gotta put it all together for you. If you are interested too, there will be more Riftbound content going up as soon as tomorrow morning. So I need great question block ruins practice. So let's do that. Should I post a cute little preview pic? You absolutely should, Sari. Are you all still at the show, or did you head out? I don't know if you did the panel or what's going on. What an incredible night this has been. Again, we'll probably have to wrap this up around the top of the hour. And apologies for us taking so long to get on the air with it. But I would hazard a guess to say that it was well worth the wait, I'm sure. Not just in terms of the Kart that's happening, but all of the insane community work that we've done here, not just for ourselves, but for everyone associated with Child's Play. Just absolute legendary stuff. I can't believe... First try! We finally figured that out. Oh, God. Humble. Away. I hate... There's a lot that I complain about with Mario Kart World routinely, regularly. One of the biggest ones is items automatically deploying and not protecting you really anymore. So you have, two greens circling around you. You're still liable to get hit with something. And aggressively so. So it's very frustrating that your defensive capabilities are kind of hamstrung in that respect. They got bopped. Does that spell trouble for Peach? Maybe. Does it spell trouble for me? Absolutely. I don't think I can comfortably take that shortcut. This is Mario Kart, folks. How many red shells can there possibly be? We got a Nintendo character donating from the series themselves. I will refresh the counter when we are done here. You're gonna keep me in suspense now. Oh God. What a wild thought. Who could it be? Is it Baby Rosalina? Baby Rosalina? We were joking about that. I forget when. Was it going to PAX East? Sari, Justin, where we were doing the that whole thing, Mr. Dabalina, Mr. Bob Dabalina. Which show was that? Oh, we got hosed. Come on. Oh my God. It's relentless. We may actually get it because we're so small. Small driver gets out of lightning so fast. Can we catch up? Can we overtake? No. $750 summons girl. That is correct. If we do somehow hit that $750 stretch goal in the next 15 minutes, girl will be summoned from anywhere in the world, wherever they are. They will be summoned. We are still at the acting panel. That does typically go for, what, 2.5, 3 hours? So that is fair. I think that's reasonable. We got a Nintendo character donating. First of all, drum roll, please. Let's see and refresh the donation counter. This is this is a lot of money, y'all. What is happening here? Donkey Kong themselves. My goodness. So there are comments in some of these as well. I'm going to go back and read a few of them. Some look like slightly more private messages, so I will only air out a couple here. Donkey Kong with the $90 donation. Danky. Thanky Danky. We got Danky doing some serious dank over here. Mario Kart should cost $90. It's only fair. $60 for unlaunchable games. $90 for games that can launch. I agree completely with that sentiment, and I would not be surprised if every game took that tact from now on. Game can launch, $90. That's just science. Come on now. The $50 donation from Full Metal before with Helldivers 1 for Cheat Speak is the Steam game. This one's for Godzilla Pose, which is very generous. And again, thank you all so much. So we are currently at, I can't even believe this number, $680.69. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kitten me. Holy Lord. Look at that drift. I've had this controller a long time. It's maybe a little sensitive. I love Sky High Sunday. So we're gonna, for the last 15-20 minutes of the stream here, move more toward the tracks that I do love. If we know we can hit 750, I say go for it. Otherwise, it's pleasing to see the goal surpassed. Yes. The final count for PAX East, I think, was somewhere in the realm of $320. Something like that. And again, absolutely unthinkably generous, considering I was, I had no expectations of what we were going to be able to pull off. No idea, but this has, again, been such a humbling night, such a overflowing with gratitude, and I so look forward to what Child's Play is going to be able to do with everything they're getting from LANFest this weekend, because we may hit 5-digit donation counts across all of these different streamers and all of their own incredibly generous communities. Again, we are number 3 on the leaderboards across the entire organization here at PAX for the weekend, which is wild to think about. And I'm just so grateful to each and every one of you for helping to make that happen. It's for the kids, truly and honestly. It's for them. We want that. I'm gonna try the shortcut here. Oh, well, no, our buddy's coming, so maybe lap 3 of those. Bam! It's the repeated somersaults for me. We love that. Lap 3. Single shroom we can use. Right up on it. Oh, we can draft him on the rail. I don't know that I pulled that off. Sky High Sunday, man. Sometimes we go right, sometimes we go left. All right. If not now, when? We're going to take that shortcut, folks. Yeah! That's what you do. Now, again, you kind of got to land quickly. I don't really know how much faster it is, but it's definitely something you can try. Alrighty. Where are we at? We are coming up on, what, about 10 minutes left? Oh my lord, the donations are coming in fast and strong. We are over $700. How are we over $700? I can't believe this is wild. All right, let's see who that was. Luigi. your boy Luigi, saying his classic catchphrase that we've all heard from him in every game over the decades, "It's a me Luigi." That's what he says. He says it's a me Luigi. And we know this. We've heard it time and time again. And we're very pleased about that. Alrighty, so folks, we've got about 10 minutes left here. We'll wrap up about the top of the hour. So if there are any last second donations, we are going to get in. 750 will summon girl, as we said. Will you get down here in time if you're up at the Acking panel? That's all the way at the top of the building. We do have a D20 coming in. Keep those D20s coming. We still have some more time for them. Let's head back to the bad place and do Xerox's D20. These beautiful new dice that we're rolling, exclusively purchased at this event, by the way, which we are very happy for. 2, I knew this was going to happen. We get an extended fart noise for 1 D12 seconds. Look at how pretty that is, though. We're not going back to the good place. No, we're not. So you get 4 seconds of fart noise. So we're going to take care of that off camera first. And prepare the summons portal. Oh no, Sarah, you might actually be getting summoned here. Oh geez. All right, so 4 seconds on the clock. Here comes your extended fart noise. We're gonna have to have eye contact for this. Just gonna put the thing right here. There are so many people here. Why are you making me do these things? Okay, so that is that one. Full Metal, we gotta go now do yours. And here we go. That's a 19. D20 to the good place. That is aggressive self-sabotage. I have an idea for that one for the next track. So we're gonna have to get into that pretty quickly. D20 to the good place. Another one from Xerox. Let's roll this quickly. That's another 19. I can't aggressively self-sabotage myself twice. Come on, dice. That's a 7. Face down nap time. You can't see. Okay, well, actually, you can see it. So I'm going to do it right in front of you really quickly. Oh, and that's face down nap time with my most self-conscious part of my body, with my my beautiful bald spot back there, just for you all. I mean, $700 some odd is worth that, I think. Drake's Cove is here. Hello. We are playing Cross Worlds, and we hope you're enjoying yourself playing Cross Worlds. No one liked that. No one liked that. That face down nap time. I would pull the camera out a little bit more, and maybe that would make a little more sense. But no, that's not how this works. You asked for face down nap time. Don't get mad at me. We're over it, folks. Oh my God, we hit $750. Sarah, you got to get down here. Girl has been summoned. We are officially putting the summoning beacon up. We're waving the flags. Everyone's walking around. I look like an absolute maniac. But we're over $750 for the evening. And with that donation, who was responsible for this? That was Reggie. Let's read that. Hello, it's me, Reggie. Hi there. I couldn't help but notice you're playing on a Nintendo Switch 2. That's fantastic. On behalf of Nintendo, thank you. And personally, thank you as well. Reggie out. Thank you, Reggie. Reggie Fils-Aimé, the former president and CEO of Nintendo of America. Wonderful stuff. All right, so we are coming up on time here, like I said. Sari has technically been summoned. I don't know if we're going to have time to get her on camera here. Let's do a quick course that I hate before we end with the only one we could possibly end with here. And I think you all know what that is. Not big. What was that motion that Baby Rosalina gave? Camera. Baby Rosalina, Baby Rosalina. I like that better. We're gonna go with that. Baby Rosalina, baby Rosalina. I had 6 green shells queued up here. That is the ultimate. I shouldn't have fired one, because now I might be invincible. Single rotating green shell is always a cause for concern. Shot that back. I don't know if that was very helpful. Get back to the good place at the end. Xerox is just mad because she wasn't the one that dragged us into the bad place. I think that was Pie Master that rolled us in there. We're gonna lap people here in a moment. We're only on lap 4. Oh, here comes our friend. I got cocky. We were completely insulated until we weren't. That's about as quick a recovery as you could ask for. Given the circumstances. And even if we don't summon Girl for this explicitly, we will summon her for other stuff across the weekend. I see her coming. I see Girl. Girl has been summoned. We got her. All right, so we are finishing that up. she's coming through. They might let her come back into the space here. And then we're going to wrap up with the absolute best track in the game, and one that I think is going to make a lot of sense for us to speak over. Here she is. She's been summoned. She is here. Say hello to the people.
Hello, people.
Sarah's here. Girl has been summoned. This is great. And just in time for one more race. The final track of the evening here.
Multiplayer, bitch.
Oh. All right, we hurry. You got it, legs. Oh, we got it. All right. Multiplayer. We're good. We'll do a versus race. We got to get in there. Go. Sarah, Gorl on Strem. Everyone. Look at all the excitement. Look how excited everyone is to see it.
Hello.
Hey. All right. That's good. Because we're just going right into the best one. And here we are.
I don't remember how to play this game. I haven't touched it.
I don't blame you. All right, we got to get mushy here, Chad, as well, because we're over the $750 goal as Rainbow Road takes us through to the end of the evening here. We cannot.
Rainbow Road?
We got Rainbow Road. We got it because we got to end on Rainbow Road. That's the way. What better way could there possibly be? Yeah, it is. She's really mad that we picked Rainbow. But you might. I'll see if it's fine.
Fine. That's disgusting.
She is jazzed about it. But as we explore the space here and experience Rainbow Road as the stream wraps up here tonight, again, at over $750, we want to. There's a chair being flown in here. Thank you so much for the content quality here. Can we? Yeah, that's. Oh, this is a family show. I got distracted. Now I'm off there. Well, I deserve it. We'll get mushy on the last section. So now I have to actually. Well, eat short. That's the right answer. We're coming. Girl hasn't died. She's going on record as saying not died. Look at this split screen. It's exactly like Why would?
That's Mario.
Oh, we gotta have a talk then.
No.
Those are your feelings. Oh, that's not good. Where's that gonna put me? Oh, it put you back in. Okay. It's a set piece. It's a set piece, you see. Full Metal, I think this counts as a successful stream, right? Yes, I mean, again, I'm gonna fail to properly articulate. She left acting for this too because we raised so much money, we hit the stretch goal that we never even fathomed and just summoned her. She said if in the final minutes here someone was like, hey, let's get them in the second on the leaderboard, that would be the lift of a lifetime. As it stands though, we're at least at the counter $767.69. Oh, I see. Well, that is the way. That is how you're supposed to do it. Now, as we come up in section 4 here, again, we just want to kind of give our most sincere and heartfelt thanks possible to every single one of you who has gone so above and beyond in donating to Child's Play here this evening through us. This is approaching $1,000 that they will be receiving from us alone. And as I said, even, whether it was $5 or 20 or 50 or multiple hundreds, every cent of that is going to make a difference for kids in difficult health situations who need these kinds of distractions and need this kind of care. It can dramatically reshape and impact their lives in ways that they may not even understand until they're older. I certainly didn't. And she said she was already addicted when they brought the game to, so I think that's fair. Yeah, and that's what it's about. So we will, I'm sure, touch base on this when we're back and doing our normal cadence of stuff. But while we're here in the moment now and still enjoying it, the deepest and most appreciative thank you that we can possibly send out is going to each and every one of you. The redemptions and the incentives were for those specific amounts. What? I'm in the air already. I'm in the air. Can't be done. Can't be done. Wow. What I'm hearing is we raised $767. Yes, let's refresh while she's finishing. And our final count before we wrap the night up is $767.69. Wow. Again, thank you so much. This has been, the most humbling experience we could have possibly imagined. And on behalf of everyone who's involved here tonight, everyone at LANFest, everyone from Zotac and Antian Audio and Turtle Beach, Child's Play, and everyone else who's partaken in this stream, we thank you so much for everything that you've done to support, kids in pediatric hospitals around the country who need this stuff and who are going to be blown away by the generosity that this is going to enable through them. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the stream here tonight from the LANFest Charity Stream Zone here at PAX West 2025. This has been Hypocritic GG. Stream it on Twitch and YouTube. I'm Lou, some call me Cheatspeak.
I'm Teresa, some call me Siri Cereal.
And we will see you right here on the channel throughout the rest of the weekend for PAX West content and more in the days that follows. There will be more live streams. Don't you worry. Thanks for tuning in. Stay fresh, cheese bags. We'll catch you back here real soon.